I'm Bill, the Executive Director at Woodcrest Retreat, connecting our stories of the past with the story of the present. And I'm here today with a great gentleman who's been a part of Woodcrest and has blessed Woodcrest in many ways, Curvin Hoover. Curvin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, we'll be married 55 years this year. I'm married to Laverne Gingrich, Murray Gingrich, which is part of Woodcrest there too, his sister.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Yes. We have 4 children, which and then 15 grandchildren, which they were involved with the journey to Bethlehem, helping with the sheep in Shepherdsville. We lived here in this house for 20 years. Moved over to the other place in 78, involved with Woodcrest. I remember my first memories would be the drive coming in off of Ridge Avenue.
Okay.
Going up there as youth activities. And then our church got involved. Well, actually, I think it was my oldest brother, his Sunday school class asked to clear some campsites out and do some camping, and Cliff said, well, we'll let you do it and we'll even help you do it. So that was probably the start of the campsites there.
Okay.
Then our church decided we were going to go up there on, I believe it was 4th of July, and they called and said that they want to put the roof on Indian Rock that weekend. Wondered if they knew we had carpenters, and they wanted to know if we could help with that. So we put the roof on the 4th of July, and then we went back up for Labor Day again and spent another weekend there and did the tunnel in the basement. So that was really the start, I think, of the carpenters and getting involved in the whole thing.
Carpenters has been very instrumental. I know you in the role of shepherd, helping with Journey to Bethlehem, being the shepherd who can take the unruly sheep and calm them down. So what's your connection with sheep?
Well, my dad always had sheep.
Okay.
And then when we bought this place, made 2 acres of pasture.
Okay.
Needed to put something in it, so I put some sheep in. And then actually, I think the journey started in 2009.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it was about 2007. Carol came to me and said, I know you have sheep. And she told me what they'd like to do with the journey. And said, would you be interested in bringing your sheep up? And I said, yes, I'd be glad to do that. Her idea was that we'd just have sheep roaming around among the Fireside.
Right.
I said, not my sheep. But then we put collars on them and stayed with them. And I did that for 10 years.
Okay, yeah.
In 97, my brother's wife had passed away, and he was a pastor at our church.
Okay.
So he took a sabbatical and set-in pastor came up to the Friday night at Labor Day, and he told me he came with the idea that maybe we've been doing this for a number of years. It's one of them things maybe we can drop, and he said, I see that we can't touch this, and we're still doing it to this day.
Yeah, I mean,
every Labor Day weekend.
Churches using that facility. I mean, there's not a weekend from mid-May to mid-September. There's not at least one church on that campground enjoying the community around the campfire.
It does something that there's nothing else could take its place. Spending a weekend together with the congregation is just amazing.
Any funny stories from your experience that makes you laugh, or you just like, that's a memory that's going to be there forever?
And probably they all would be with the journey.
Okay.
There was snow on the ground one night, and I had a couple of sheep tied to a dog tie ring in the ground, and I needed to get them released so we could do the journey. And so I gave the ram to my granddaughter, and so I turned my back, and as soon as I turned my back, the ram realized that I wasn't holding him, so he had to test her out. And I heard this commotion. I looked around. There's Kylie hanging onto the rope, dragging her like a sled down. And you could hear the angels chuckling up in the sky.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to show you some pictures, because in his living room are pictures of his family and grandchildren at Woodcrest from 2017. So we'll make sure we get some of those pictures to show as well, because I think that's just amazing. Because I love that Woodcrest is a family place. It's where families come, and you have generations that come back, and they have those memories connected to Woodcrest. I think that's great. That's what camp is about, creating those memories.
So you helped with carpentry with the Indian Rock Center. I know you also were involved in the Raven's Roost, the tree house that we put in. Any other projects that you had your hands in helping to shape Woodcrest to be what it is today?
Well, the check-in booth,
Okay.
the pool, I built that here in the driveway.
Okay.
We had that sitting out there for several weeks. We have a lot of people walk the cul-de-sac there. And the lady stopped in one day. She said, "I'm curious as to what that building is. Are you making a lemonade stand for the walkers?"
Over the years that you've been involved, what have you appreciated about Woodcrest that encourages you to invest so much of your time and your talents on it? What is it that makes it special?
Well, I think Cliff was a big encouragement. He knew my construction abilities, and I'd worked for Horse for 46 years building churches and nursing homes, and I was a trustee at our church for over 30 years, completely renovated our church, every area.
Yeah. So I thank you for being on the board. That's a huge commitment, and a very valuable one too. So, well, thank you for taking the time to share with us. I'm committed to hearing the stories of those that made Woodcrest what it is, because we can't forget those stories. We can't forget those people. And so I thank you for investing years of your life and giving of your time and your talents to serve on the board and at Woodcrest in various ways, and staying connected through the journey of Bethlehem and volunteering with the various projects that we do.
I enjoyed every minute of it, yeah.
We enjoy having you. So thank you for staying tuned and learning more about Woodcrest as we meet today with Curvin Hoover. Thank you so much.